continues to face rising prices from supply issues linked to COVID-19, from labour shortages due to Brexit regulations, and from soaring fuel and fertiliser prices due to the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Small businesses trying to stay afloat, consumers struggling to pay for groceries, and food suppliers facing skyrocketing costs are all part of Britain's cost of living crisis. Britain's inflation rate dropped from 10.1% in March to 8.7% in April, meaning prices are still rising, but less quickly than they were. Groceries are putting the squeeze on households as food price inflation is at a near record high of 19.1%. While Britain's households and businesses are feeling the pinch in their grocery bills, the country's food suppliers are also facing challenges. Kinston E.H. and Sons is a dairy farm that milks more than 800 cows for cheese production. It is run by the Kinston family, which has been farming for 100 years. While the price of milk and cheese has gone up by 30%, the cost of feeding the cows has also skyrocketed.
Yeah, with that sort of inflation, it means your business has got a bigger working capital requirement. Milk prices did increase, but not quick enough for the rise in costs. So, I had to take an extra £100,000, from the bank really to provide adequate working capital. Most of the feed we actually grow ourselves. Costs of growing a crop have increased quite substantially. The cost of the seed probably increased by £30 an acre, and then your machinery costs would also have doubled, because of the high fuel prices.
It's astronomically expensive. Some of our tractors use 1.1 litres of fuel per minute. So the cost of fuel is now far outweighs the cost of labour. And skilled labour is also something we really struggle with. A lot of labour in the past has come from the European Union, and with us leaving the European Union, it's been less attractive for labour. The process of coming to Britain to work has been made a lot more difficult, therefore making it less attractive. This means that the jobs have to be made more attractive with higher labour costs, and that's something the industry's just got to absorb, and unfortunately that will end up falling on the consumer. One thing Brexit has done is increase the price of new machinery, and also maybe waiting times for new machinery. That really has skyrocketed, and combined with COVID, the waiting list for a new tractor can be up to 18 months, which is very difficult.
What really was the most painful was the cost of fertiliser. The cost of it went from about £280 per tonne up to £750 per tonne.
A lot of sanctions coming out of Russia is very difficult for fertiliser costs, and that's down to very much a government level of making sure that trade is reached, that they're getting enough fertiliser for food security at a competitive price that the consumer can afford.
Although prices do increase and sometimes they decrease, you've just got to stick with it. And when you get choppy water, not let it worry you too much, just deal with it.